made it.
How's that feel?
This feels really good. This feels. Do you have any idea? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
The chair thing is a real thing.
No, it's a real.
The chair thing is the real. Pulling out Kelly's chair. I got warned by 12 people I had to pull out Kelly's chair.
And I'm telling you, they are warning you for your own good, because one of my dear friends one day came out here and did not pull out my chair, and now he is considered in the Twitter sphere and Instagram verse to be a monster.
I would naturally pull out the chair, but I was warned so many times I almost forgot to pull out the chair because it was like, pull out the chair, pull out the chair, pull out the chair, pull out the chair, pull out the chair.
I almost nudged your arm, like, you better pull out that chair.
I almost didn't have fun walking out because all I was thinking about was the chair.
And Regis is back, everybody. We should mention, by the way, this is something else that has to happen. It is Friday, October 7th, 2016. And guess who's here? Ashton Kutcher. Since you were here last, you've become a father not once, but once and a half times.
Once and a half.
Yes.
Once
There's a
and
baby
nearly
in
twice.
there, right?
Yeah, we're cooking one. We're making people. We're just making people.
Yeah.
It's really fun. The beginning part and the end part. It's all fun. Just making people.
So explain to me the type of father you are. Are you like in the delivery room having saying helpful things like, you're having a contraction now, honey?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The first one, I was basically a doula. Like, I started, like, I was reading all the books and, like, going crazy and happiest parent on the blocking and, like, learning how many centimeters, what all that stuff meant. I was like, well, you're at about 2 centimeters, honey. Like, and I was like, I wasn't checking or anything, but I was like, you know, I was doing that. And don't push with your face. That's, like, a big thing.
Yes,
right?
don't push with your face.
But I try to stay upstairs because I don't want to go down. I don't want to.
Good for you.
But we did the whole thing. This one, I've got no idea. It's number 2. I'm just running around with Wyatt all day long, and so I haven't looked at the book. I haven't even like refreshed.
So Wyatt is a girl. You have your daughter.
We have our daughter Wyatt.
And the second baby is a. Do we know? Or
it's
you
a little hombre.
An hombre.
Yeah, we got a little hombre on the way. Little man. Yep. We saw the ultrasound. There was a third.
You saw the
third system.
Yeah. They say, and this is again because we were surprised with it. We didn't find out, but they say that when the sonographer, is that what they're called, sonographer, or is that the court reporter?
Yeah, that's the
person doing
the person that does this thing on
does the imaging.
What is that combo thing like?
Huh?
The sonogram?
Sonogram person.
The sonogram.
Is that what it's called? Is that the technical term?
Are they called sonogrammers? Guys, somebody here knows. Somebody here is one of them. Sonotap?
Tech.
Ultrasound tech. The ultrasound
yelling
tech.
at us.
It's
anyway,
an ultrasound tech.
So
I have balcony ears.
They say that when they say to you, do you want to know? That means, I've been told, that they're seeing the...
Oh.
Yeah.
So if they don't say, do you want to know, they're not seeing
They're not really seeing it. And then they'll be like, so did you guys discuss if you want to find out or anything like that? But it's like when they see it, sometimes the impulse is to say, so do you want to know? Because they're looking at a wiener. Which is
that the clinical
medical
term for the wiener,
technical term from the ultrasound technician.
From the stenographer.
Everybody knows. From the court stenographer.
So we found out really early. We did like the blood test.
You did.
And so we knew like instantly. Like we wanted to know as far in advance as we possibly could. But then when we finally had the ultrasound tech do the reading thing, we got the little picture and we posted. We have like a little like private social media thing that's just for our family.
Just for families?
And we posted it up there, and my grandmother posted, oh, will you look at that? He's got a boner. And like, for me, that was traumatizing. Like, the fact that my grandmother said that word to me, I was like, she's not supposed to even know that word. And now she's saying it on social media. The world is going to hell.
Well, the Webster's Dictionary has added all sorts of words. They really have. But that's good for you and good for Gran. I'm proud that she knows that word.
We're really excited.
And for all of you Grans at home, confused and you don't know what that word is, just look it up. I'm sure it's in the dictionary.
Don't Google it.
Do not
Google it. This is going to lead to bad things. The dictionary, get the paper one. There's no pictures in that.
Did you, do you have a name picked out, or?
Yeah, oh yeah, we're dialed.
Is it a private name?
Yeah, it's private name, dialed in. Yeah,
dialed in.
That's the one thing that we're like, that's home base. Yeah.
Because otherwise people start offering you their opinions about the name.
You don't want everybody else's opinion on the name. I already know that you don't like my name, and you don't even know that you don't like my name, but you don't like my name.
I don't like your name?
I'm fairly certain.
I love your name.
You don't know. No, the name of the kid.
Oh, the name of the kid. No, I love the name of the kid, whatever the name of the kid is.
Thank you.
At first I thought you said dialed in, and I was like, I
want like a deal right now.
I'm just happy it's not dialed in, because that sounded like a tough one to pull off.
I'll tell you and just you the name right now. But the deal has to be, once the name gets named, you got to just come on in the mornings. I love the name. The name is great. Like
I'll come. Like one day, I'll be sitting here. That will be so much power for me that I will sit here and just in the middle of everything go, Rambo Kutcher. That's the baby's name.
She guessed it. Ready? Here we go. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. But wait, did you hear it? I mean, did anybody hear it?
Your heart flittering? I don't know.
No, but I hope they didn't hear it.
No way people heard that.
Well, your mics.
Killed our mics.
You killed the mics?
Oh, you did?
Okay.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was over. That would have been like, I would have gotten murdered. The wife would have like taken me out. I would have gotten home.
That's the real name?
That's the name.
That's a good name.
That's it.
That's a really good name.
Now we know and you don't.
You know what it is? It sounds, you know, it sounds established. Yeah. It's almost like a grown-up.
So we practice and we do like president,
Yeah, yes.
Doctor,
Right.
Football star,
Yeah.
Whatever,
That's my husband used to do this all the time. Now batting. Number 888. Keen.
That's it.
Suelos.
Yeah.
That's how we.
And that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I do a thing. Mila calls it name Tourette's.
Yeah.
Because when we get in the naming process, she hates every name I come up with.
Yeah.
And so I just start like rattling off like anything I see. I'm like truck, camera Kutcher,
right.
You know, like lights Kutcher, la luz. Like I'll go multiple languages.
Yeah.
And she hates it, but eventually both times I've landed on the name with name Tourette's.
That's it. Well, you know what? It's working.
We say get your umbrellas out, because we're about to have a brainstorm. And so that means you can't make fun of what I'm about to say because we're just throwing out ideas.
I want to be in your house when the brainstorms happen. I love Jim Dolan, by the way. Isn't he a solid guy? God, he's such a great reporter. This is the kind of thing, though. They say that, I was reading this story, that women go into labor sometimes during hurricanes. Like hurricanes will, what is that, like a tide thing? What is that, Gelman? You're a doctor.
Stress, maybe?
Oh, thank you. Dr. Gelman says stress.
Yeah, it's probably,
I always thought it was like a tidal thing.
But women go into labor every day, all the time. I mean, it's like you think about the folks that are down there in that situation. I mean, things are always happening like that, and people need support and they need help in whatever situation they're in. I'm just thinking about, like, I'm afraid to, like, fly and be away from my wife while she's pregnant. Like,
well, you can't be too afraid. Here you are.
No, but, like, we're not that close. We're not that close. But, like, you know, I mean, just to be in the middle of that and be like, oh, look, hey, we're having this wonderful thing happen in our life, except for you're underneath that.
Yeah. No, as soon as he said they're not taking 911 calls, I went momentarily into labor, and then I remembered I'm not pregnant. But it was like, I had that sort of anxiety about thinking about, like, pregnant ladies in the middle of a story.
I have to say, this is probably messed up. He's got perfect hair for that situation.
He does, yeah.
Like, it's messed up that this is my, like, weird comedian point of view of this. But I was, like, thinking, if Donald Trump was down there, that would have been, like, 10 times more entertaining just to watch, like, what is actually underneath that thing.
Yeah. It's funny you bring that up. It's funny you bring that up. I don't know if anybody was watching the weather coverage on CNN yesterday. Anybody? Okay. Yes. They have the most gorgeous reporter. And forgive me, I don't know her name. She was reporting on the beaches of Florida, and she had the most extraordinary hair, which blew perfectly to one side, okay? Like in a Beyonce video, it was like this.
Did it shift?
And then it had a kick up from the back, as if somebody was down there with like a downdraft fan, like just blowing it up lightly.
It's amazing.
But it never crossed her face, and she was like, "We are here, this eye of storms." But it was so, I said, and she was talking about rain bands, and I could see rain falling all around her.
But not on the hair.
But not on her face.
It is like Beyonce. It is like Beyonce. I went to that show where she has the rain thing going on.
It's amazing.
It's her hair. It's like the greatest thing on the planet. I mean, there's something else that's great in there too.
I know.
But the hair, it's like, holy smokes, like you can't believe how magical it is.
They say that as long as you watch 1,000 hours of anything on YouTube, you could become it or do it. And I've been watching like hundreds of thousands of hours of Beyonce.
You're like the Malcolm Gladwell of Beyonce.
It's not. Only Beyonce gets to be Beyonce.
It's unbelievable. I'm jealous. I'm a man and I'm jealous.
Beyonce more. I know. Yeah. So before we, do you want to get to the boards really quick? Okay. I guess I'll have to save the funky graffiti for another time, even though the audience deserves to see it. But you don't.
Maybe later if we have time.
Maybe later. Okay.
We got a great show.
Like this is an all Ashton Kutcher show.
I feel like it's my line.
This is your... Sarah Paulson is here.
Sarah Paulson, who I have a connection with.
Yes, you have a connection with. And now there's a newcomer on the scene you may have heard of. Her name is Laura Prepon.
Yeah.
Here.
I call her Pre.
You call her Pre.
And I'm very upset with her right now, so I'm happy to see.
Why are you upset with her?
She just announced this engagement. I had to find out in the news, and she's my friend, and it's like, it's weird like that.
Yeah.
It's like, and by the way, it's not just a random engagement, it's an engagement to another friend of mine.
Oh, are you
so that I'm double upset that neither of them told me, and I got off the plane in New York, and they're like, what? What? And it's weird, too, because it's a homie that Mila and I and Laura, and we all used to hang out 20 years ago, and when Mila and I got engaged, Pri was like, what? This is crazy. You guys, it was like 20 years ago, and you were friends, and no one saw this coming, and now you're engaged, and I have to find out this way. They were friends 20 years ago. They're all my friends, and everybody's hooking up, and it's weird.
I sure do like her fiance.
He's great.
He's a great actor.
He's a good dude.
I saw him on Broadway, and I was like blown away by him.
He's a solid chap.
Solid chap. Okay, good. Because I like my prepon being taken care of by a solid chap.
Me too. We also have a performance by Colby Calais. I have a connection to Colby Calais in so much as Bubbly is on my chillax playlist.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Because it starts in your nose and goes to your toes.
Starts in your nose. Yeah, that's a good chillax song.
It's really chillax.
Anyway, this is an all Ashton Kutcher show. And we're going to talk about your Netflix series later on.
Yes.
Whether you like it or not, we're going to talk about it. Okay, good. Okay.